Welcome to another episode of Real Beauty, Real Food, and Real Life. This is SJ here, y'all. Yeah, I'm coming back with it with another DIY. You see these crates? Dollar Tree supposedly has them, but I can't never find them when I go in. Found these at Menards. If you had looked at my previous video, you'd have seen them. $1.39, and they connect on the sides. That's already a start. So with this project, you need these, and of course you need the Dollar Tree zip ties. And then the reason I'm doing this, watch this. Okay, so do you see all these things on my dresser? My dresser is buried. Of course that one's empty. I could actually move that. I think I want to get rid of it. And of course, hi. But it's buried, and this is why I need this DIY for me. All my DIYs I need for me. So if you see me make it, it's because I need it. Okay, so now these are the extra things that you can add onto it to make it look even nicer. I had some of that paper left from doing my counter. This is the foam board from the dollar store. They now sell it in black for $1. Of course, I have my glue, my E6000. My dollar store utility knife, and these felt paper. Comes in like different little things. Had a design on it. But I caught them at Joann's for 10 cents. Not sure yet if I'm going to use them, but yeah, that is going to help make my design look better. I just haven't decided if I'm going to use it. As you can tell from my dresser, I just really need an organizer. So, I'm about to get started. Okay, so what we did was, I ended up getting the crates from Menards, as you've seen from the previous video. And the one thing about them is that they had these little clippies on them. And so I got a bunch of them, and then I found out that some of them had this clippies on them. So that right there limit me from being able to connect it to here. As you will see, that it will have some space in between. And yeah, they're a little bit different in color, just a slight bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 2 separate projects. So I'm going to get 4 of these with the little on them. And then I'm going to do another set of row, and I'm going to do 4 of those. Alright, so I do got my ties. And this basically, my little zip tie, this basically is all you need for the basic portion of it. All the additional stuff is just to make it glamorized, which is the knife, the E6000, the felt that was 10 cents each, and of course the foam board that was $1 at the Dollar Tree. Alright, so here we go. Hey Charlie, you here to help today?
Yeah.
Alright, well, even she can do this. Go say hi to the camera.
Hi.
You're gonna have to go all the way up there.
Hi. Hello.
Alright, so these containers have a little circle, so what I need for Charlie to do is to connect them together and push them really close so they snap. Oh my gosh! Did I just make this DIY project very hard because it ain't freaking snapping? Of course, they were hard to snap together, so my concern was just getting the zip ties on there. And I was able to let Charlie get it on there and zip it together.
Get the next one.
Finally, after we got the two connected, we realized that those little holes really, they just there, it seems like. So we started with the zip ties again. The zip ties is the truth. That is what holds these things together. That eliminates the need of that messy E6000 and that hot glue gun, okay? So as long as you got the zip ties, you can have this project done in 5 minutes. That's how simple it made it. You put it through the hole, then you would put it through the next hole, and then tighten it up. Even Charlie sat there and did it, and it was like, cool. Simple. Made it too simple looking, but it worked for us. Got it on. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next one. And just to let you know, those zip ties, get them out the dollar store. You get about like 30 of them in a pack for $1. I went to Menards and priced them. They came in white and they came in black. But the cheapest white ones I seen were $1.15 and there was only 8 in there. And the cheapest black ones I seen, they were about $1.55 with the same amount. So yeah, if you don't need to worry about the color, get the white ones out the Dollar Tree. It's the best price, economical, and it works. Alright, so as you see, we're working on the fourth one now, getting it all tied in. Okay, so we got the first roll done, and check it out. Simple, look at it. No wiggly. I don't have to wait 24 hours for the glue to dry or anything like that. Just neat. Now we get ready to connect the next section up. Now you can go as high as you want. I just only did 2 high because I figure if I go an extra level, it'd be like I need to get on my tippy toes just to get this stuff off my dresser. And yeah, I wasn't going to go that route. So I had to make it what works for me because I'm actually going to use this. Alright, so we thought of just going ahead and starting like we did at the beginning. We connected the 2 together. And then we will connect the next set just to make it easier. And then once we got them sitting on top of each other, then we will go back with the zip ties and connect the first row to the second row. I am so glad this was so easy. And so Charlie goes through and she keeps going across the top, but then she realized, oh, I need to go down at the bottom and connect the zip tie to tie it up tight. But it came so easy for her after the fact. It was simple and it sure beats the glue. Okay, so now we are adding the fourth one on the second row. I am so glad that this was really that simple, that almost anybody could take this and make it so quickly. Now, of course, it does take a lot of time when it comes down to the decoration, but putting this together versus waiting on the glue to dry and oh my gosh, it's so much better. Just loved it. I just loved it. Got the last piece added on there and look at that. Simple, ready to lift and do whatever. It actually even looks like you can use it just one row across. Just depends on how much stuff you need to put on it and where you're going to put it at in the room. So now we just need to put them to connect together. So next what we did was grab this second piece and we put it on top of the first row. And now Charlie just needs to go ahead and zip tie the 2 together. I'm telling you, this is sturdy already. And we didn't have to use the glue. I'm so excited that I didn't have to use the glue on this part. Now that we got it stacked on top of each other, alright, so we're going to zip tie them together top to bottom. So as you see the zip tie Charlie has, and then she's going to run it through the holes and run it back through the other hole and close it so that it tightens it the top and bottom together. Okay, as you can see from the video, Charlie is pushing it up through the hole, and then she has to put it through back down to another hole that she just came from, and then she'll use the hole in the zip tie itself and pull it tight so that it will be secure. Now this is what you got after all the containers have been tied up together. Look at that. Didn't have to wait for the glue to dry. And it can actually be used just like that. Of course, you do have the option to spray paint it if you like. I have white walls in my room, so I really didn't have to do any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, look at it. It's really sturdy. Look at that. It works right there. Let's go.
Hi everybody, it's Monet. I was gonna try to cut the cardboard and basically, I guess, glue it or whatever to the bottom of this. So basically to make it kind of solid so nothing's falling through the holes on each of the baskets. So we're gonna measure it by putting the cardboard part on the bottom. And then we're going to put it on the top. And we're going to mark it where we need to cut on the cardboard.
When you're marking the containers on the cardboard, there is a little bit of the extended part that sticks out some more than the little beginning. So make sure you mark it at that spot and not at the beginning, or you'll be off-centered on your cutting. Then the next thing, of course, is to take your utility knife from the Dollar Tree and cut that line you just made out straight if you can. Alright, so now that we have all the little zip ties still with the lengther on them, you're going to go back through and take your scissors and cut them off, the extra off. Now, don't cut too much off, because if you choose to cut a little too much, what'll happen is that whole zip tie will come off, and then you will find yourself needing to do another zip tie again because of the short length. So as Charlie is cutting the zip ties off, and she went back in and touched one, as you can see, it fell off. So she has to do a whole nother zip tie and connect it through there again because she cut it too short. Okay, so here we go. She is replacing the one that fell off because it was cut too short. And simple, of course, because it's just running through the hole. Pull it, tighten it, and this time when she cuts it, she won't cut it too short. And show the one you're going to replace it back with. Oh. Okay, so it's done. Looks pretty cool in the back. There's the front. If you need something on your back, you just take just thin piece of paper here, and you can put it on here.
And voila.
I'm not trying to fit all of it. Yeah, see, there's still holes there. Alright, so we're ready to glue the top now. So here's that foam board that Monet cut earlier. So we're ready to attach it to the top of this organizer. Okay, E6000, yes, it's our friend for this part anyway. So we're going to use that to use on the cardboard along with the hot glue gun. Now, as you know, there's those connectors on the top of the crates. So technically it may not really work, but just for kicks and grins, we're going to put it on top anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have to position the camera just a little bit so you can see at the top where we are laying the cardboard at. Hopefully it kind of gets in the film, but for the most of it, you know that we're going to be putting the E6000 on there, kind of spreading it out, and then we'll also do the glue gun for a quick connect too. Spread it everywhere. Just kind of drizzle all the way. Yeah, there you go. So now we're adding the glue gun, and we're doing that pretty much for the quick connect. If it's going to connect at all, then at least the glue gun will catch it. So we're just going to spread it across there, and then once we get through spreading it on there, we will flip it, and we're done. That's it. You know we had to bling it on out, so all three of us worked on it. We put the rhinestones on there. We put some of that felt. We just laid it in there and cut it to size and tried to bling it out. I'll admit that open body wash lotion didn't fit in there like I thought it should have. So I kept working at it. Okay, so I figure y'all probably want to see a shot of what my dresser looks like now. Yes, it's organized. I could actually use a smaller version just for a few more additional things. The only thing that's missing off my dresser now is all my makeup stuff. So I had a couple of makeup holders, but I think I'll make another one, except I'll make it tall ways up to cover my makeup. So let me know what you think. Alrighty, so if you are not subscribing, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, get my video up to 10 likes so I can feel that somebody might have seen something here that they could use for themselves. It's my organizer, and I'm actually using it and actually really needed it. Added a few more items to it, and oh, by the way, to get those opened body lotions to fit, I just pretty much just closed them. So whenever I need them, I'll just push and turn and open them up. Alright, if you were watching, again, subscribe. This is SJ. Until next time,